Coming up, we'll put the spotlight on a new AI technology, another one that's aimed at revolutionising the classroom and business.
You're watching Tech Biz on Sky News Business. Welcome back to Tech Biz.
Welcome back to Tech Biz. So, are your children uninterested in school and attached to their tablets and smartphones like most? AI is the new company hoping to engage these social media and technology-obsessed students with a ZenoBot, a lifelike avatar that utilises artificial intelligence to deliver information, run activities and respond to students' questions. To talk about this technology, as well as plans to expand into the corporate sector, I'm joined from Brisbane by Johannes de Beer, COO of List Premier, who created ZenoBot. Johannes, nice to speak to you.
Thank you very much for your time tonight, Chloe. A pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Tell me all about the ZenoBot. I love the name.
Thank you very much. Well, look, you know, it took ages coming up with that name, but so basically ZenoBot is our new flagship product, and around that product we also have two customized services. So just to delve into the product as a start, we created the product because my father, who started List Premier, the parent company, his background's in education and teaching and training. And over the years, we've had so many teachers coming up to us saying, you know, we're really frustrated nowadays. We teach all day long. We get home, we spend all our spare time marking papers and doing reports, and they just don't have time to create digitally rich content. And, you know, the generation nowadays going to school, they're very much used to beautiful animations and digitally rich content. And so they're really struggling, and they've come up to us so many times and said, look, we need something that is not only easy to use, but something that frees us up and allows us to focus on the most important thing, and that's the student. And so this was the inspiration behind ZenoBot. So what it is basically, it's an AI-equipped software program that's incredibly intuitive to use, very simple, because we recognize how busy they are. But the other main important thing is it frees up the teachers. So traditionally, where a teacher might stand at the front of the classroom and read or transfer a lot of information, they can get the ZenoBot, which is a digital avatar, to present some of that theory or information or ask questions, while the teacher can now walk around and actually connect with the students and identify, you know, John here or Mary here is struggling a little bit, I can help them now. And the students are also saying that they love it because they feel like now the teacher actually is connecting more with them. So we're finding it's really quite useful in that way. And where the AI comes in is we've basically connected or tapped right into Google Assistant or Google Search and also YouTube. So, you know, learning is not always a very linear process, and the student might have a question that the teacher may not have the answer for. And so right there on the screen in the classroom, the teacher can do a search and say, well, let's learn a little bit more about this or that. And the AI has the ability to talk in 21 different languages, so it's fantastic for even teaching or learning foreign languages.
Wow, I mean, it's absolutely fabulous. It does so much. I know that we've got some overlay of the avatar sort of robot, if you like, or the avatar, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. One of my questions I was going to ask you was all about some parents are obviously concerned with too much screen time, so I was wondering whether that was a worry, but it actually sounds like you're really combating that, and I love that you're saying, you know, it gives the teachers more time with the students, and it's kind of gamifying education, which particularly at a certain age of student, I'm thinking maybe more the primary level, it makes it fun, which if learning's fun, you learn, don't you?
Exactly, and you know, you make an excellent point. We've always stressed that when it comes to education, you shouldn't entertain. It should all come down to quality education. And we've always been strong advocates that there's far too much tablet and screen time in classrooms nowadays. So with ZenoBot, it's something that you wouldn't use 6 hours a day. You might use it for 10, 20 or 30 minutes here, maybe to teach mathematics or science or English. And then, you know, we really recommend getting down and still doing the paperwork or doing a lot of social interaction, talking. Because one of the biggest problems with tablet education nowadays is that students are staring at a screen all day long, and they're forgetting a lot of simple body language and
how to
communication skills.
how to actually communicate, which is important to learn in life. You know, we will have to communicate, hopefully, with humans for a long, long time to come. One more thing I did want to quickly cover in the interview, and I mentioned it in the opener, which I think is interesting, is that you've started in education, but you're looking at a number of other industries where this can really work, like retail, public spaces, hospitals, airlines. Tell me a little bit more about how you see this really rolling out across industries.
That's exactly right. So, you know, this, I don't know if it can be described as purely accidental, or perhaps some of my, perhaps my background. So my background is in engineering. My father's mentioned his background is in education. And so I've always looked at ways to bring a lot of the latest innovation and research into it. And so about a year ago, we were approached by a Singaporean company called Jam Factory. They do a lot of soft skills business training, and they saw ZenoBot and they said, this is great, but can you customize it a little bit for us? And that led to other things because they were curious about artificial intelligence. And so we, our software team happened to learn a lot of things about the latest conversational artificial intelligence solutions. I realized there's a fantastic opportunity there for customer service. So for example, you know, this is the great example I like to use. Imagine if, you know, you walk into Bunnings, or the number of times I've walked into Bunnings and I'm literally walking around in circles. I can't find what I want. And if you want to find someone that works there, they always seem to be hiding. So, you know, what I'd love to see is basically there's two things we can do. The first thing is we can either put a conversational AI bot on a mobile phone, or you can simply have a kiosk when you walk into Bunnings and you can talk to it. And you can talk to it in any language. So you could say to it, okay, where do I find the light bulbs, for example, or where do I find 10mm stainless steel bulbs? And it'll just respond to you, please go to aisle 3, for example. Now, I think this is a very beneficial thing because shopping shouldn't be a frustrating process, so it'll help the customer to find what they want quicker. But from a business point of view, if a customer finds what they want quicker, then they're more likely going to stay there and buy more things, or they're most likely going to come back.
Yeah, they have a better shopping experience, and so obviously it's good for customer, good for retail. We've got to wrap, Johannes. Thank you so much for coming on. I love the ZenoBot. I can totally see this happening across the world, really. It'll change shopping. Not sure I need any more help with that, but thanks for coming on TechBiz.
My pleasure, and thank you for your time today, Chloe, and have a lovely evening in Sydney.
Thank you. That's it for the show. A reminder that you can watch us anytime with Catch Up on Foxtel Go and on demand on Foxtel IQ. We also have a podcast which you can find at skynews.com.au. And if you're overseas, we're available on demand on australiachannel.com.au. I'm Chloe James. Thanks for watching.